How are you finding being a stay-at-home wife? It's been a month since we got married. You must be getting used to it by now.
I don't know about that. Still trying to figure out the routine.
You were so excited about it before the wedding. Remember how we talked about it? I thought you'd be more enthusiastic by now.
I remember you being more excited than me. Actually, you were the one who brought it up first.
Because I knew it would be perfect for us. For you! Don't you feel more relaxed now? No more work stress?
Still feels like I'm just getting started. Connor's on break right now. There's a lot to manage here.
I see. Speaking of Connor, did you get his lunch ready on time today? You know how important punctuality is.
Yes, everything's fine. I've been managing the schedule well.
Good, that's important. A wife should always have meals ready on time. That's what makes a good household.
You make it sound so traditional, like we're living in the 1950s.
Nothing wrong with traditional. Traditional values build strong families. You'll see, I'm right about this. By the way, did you finish organizing those files I left on the desk? I need them for tomorrow's meeting.
Not yet. I was focusing on the kitchen first. There's a lot to manage around here. The house needs more attention than I expected.
The files are important for work. I need them done today. Can't you prioritize better?
I'll get to them after I finish here. Everything takes time to do properly.
You used to handle multiple tasks at once at work. This should be simple for you. What happened to your efficiency?
It's different when you're managing a household. Everything takes time. There's always something that needs attention.
Have you had lunch yet? You should take better care of yourself. Can't have you getting sick.
No, not yet. Still finishing up the morning housework. I'll eat after I'm done. Want to make sure everything's perfect.
You should be done with morning chores by now. The house isn't that big. What's taking so long? Are you struggling with basic tasks?
There's more to it than just cleaning. Meal prep, laundry, organizing. It's a different kind of work. You don't see half of what needs to be done.
Didn't you manage bigger projects before? This should be easy for someone like you. Starting to wonder about those work stories. Maybe they were exaggerated?
Managing a house is different from managing projects. Different type of work. You can't compare them.
Interesting. You are always so quick at work. It's surprising to see you struggling with housework. Maybe office work wasn't as challenging as I thought. Real work is different, isn't it?
I'm kind of surprised myself. Honestly, thought it would be easier. It takes a lot of planning to get everything done on time. Each day brings new challenges.
Remember when you used to handle multiple project deadlines? Now you're struggling with basic housework. Funny how that works. Life has a way of showing us our real capabilities.
Managing a household is different from office work, a different skill set, still adjusting. You try doing this for a day.
You'll get used to it quick. You're efficient. Word even spread to other departments when you were working. Everyone talked about this incredibly fast worker. They're still struggling to fill the gap you left. 2 people can't match what you did, but here you are struggling with housework.
It's kind of embarrassing hearing that when we weren't even in the same department. You seem fixated on my past work. Why bring it up so often?
You should be proud. Your reputation was amazing. They hired 2 people to replace you, you know. Still can't match your numbers. Too bad all that talent is being used to fold laundry now. Such a waste, don't you think?
That's not necessary. I chose this because you wanted it. Or did you forget that part? You were quite insistent about it.
Just shows how amazing you were. But now that amazing senior employee is just some junior employee's wife. Life's funny that way. Better this way though, right?
Everyone at work was shocked. I was always so career-focused, my colleagues said it was unexpected. They couldn't understand why I'd quit. Neither could I sometimes.
Your old team leader asked about you yesterday, said it was a waste of talent. But this is better, right? Having a wife at home makes me look more successful. That's what matters in the end.
Is that why you wanted me to quit? To look more successful? Were you that insecure? Be honest for once.
Don't be silly. I wanted what's best for us, for you. Why are you questioning this now?
But I was good at my job. Really good. Everyone said so. Even you used to brag about it.
And you became a stay-at-home wife on top of that. Must have been quite the shock for everyone, but it's working out perfectly, just like I planned.
That's because you wanted me to be a stay-at-home wife. I would have been fine continuing to work. More than fine, actually. I loved my job.
No, that wouldn't work. How would it look if my wife was better at her job than me? Even in different departments, we'd still be compared. Can't have that, can we?
I kind of get how you feel, and it must be hard feeling inferior. Is that what this is about?
Besides, this is more traditional. A man should be the provider. That's just how it works. Stop questioning everything I do for us.
Is that really how you see it? Times have changed, you know. Most couples both work now. Have you noticed that?
Traditional values never change. Look, being a stay-at-home wife isn't all bad. You just stay home without working. Isn't it easier than before? Why are you being ungrateful?
That's not true. I wouldn't say work was easier, but this isn't easier either. Maybe it's just about getting used to it, but there's more to it than that.
Is that so? Well, keep at it. Just make sure you manage the money right. That's all I care about. At least you can handle that much, right?
I've always been good with money. You know that. Remember who managed the team budget? Who always came in under budget?
Different when it's household money. My money. Need to be more careful with it. Everything costs more these days.
Of course, we need to think about the future and save money. I'm being careful not to waste anything, unlike some people.
Good, because I'm watching the accounts. Every penny counts when I'm the only one working. Seriously, I'm counting on you. Right now, I'm the only one earning, so all our money is my money. Can't have you using it weird ways. Need to keep track of everything.
I understand, but do you have to phrase it like that? You've been saying that ever since I became a stay-at-home wife. It's getting old and, honestly, quite insulting.
Saying what? I'm just stating facts. Why are you so sensitive lately?
The my money thing, it's become your catchphrase lately. Like you're the only one contributing, as if running the house isn't work.
Well, it's just facts. Take it as me being conscious of my role as the breadwinner. Someone has to be responsible. That's what being a husband means.
Still, saying my money feels wrong somehow. We're supposed to be partners. Or did you forget that part? Marriage isn't about ownership.
Come on, don't be like that. I'll earn plenty. You just focus on your stay-at-home wife duties. That's all you need to worry about. Let me handle the big decisions.
When you say it like that, makes me wonder if this was the right choice. If any of this was right. You've changed since we got married.
It was. Trust me. This is how marriages work best. You'll see I'm right. Just give it time. Stop overthinking everything. Hey, Rachel, I'm done here. Come pick me up. I'm at the bar near the office. Get here within an hour. Don't make me wait.
It's almost midnight. I thought you said you'd be home for dinner. I was wondering why you were late. You're drinking again? This is becoming a pattern.
Just a few drinks with the team. It's important for work. You remember how it is. Stop nagging.
I remember always coming home for dinner, even during busy periods. Never staying out drinking like this. Never made excuses either.
No, it's just work socializing. Just waiting here. Come get me. Don't make me wait too long. You know how important networking is.
This is the third time this week. The food I made is cold now. I spent hours on it. Do you even care anymore?
Save it for tomorrow then. Stop nagging and come get me. You're making this difficult. Why do you have to make everything complicated?
You really need to stop this. It's getting out of hand lately. What time do you think it is? When did this become normal?
You don't understand business. These drinks are important for networking. Besides, I earned this money. Why are you being difficult about this? Stop acting like my mother.
That's not the point. We had plans tonight, and you're spending too much on drinks. Our savings are disappearing.
Plans can change. That's how business works. You're being too rigid about this. You used to be more understanding.
I used to work there too, remember? The drinking culture wasn't this bad. You're making excuses.
Time doesn't matter. I'm exhausted from work. Don't complain about this little thing. You don't know how hard it is being the only provider. You've forgotten what real work is like.
Our savings account is almost empty. We can't keep spending money like this. The bills are piling up. Do you even look at the accounts anymore? When was the last time you checked?
That's your job now. Then figure out how to budget better. That's your job, isn't it? What else do you do all day? You can't even handle simple finances.
Managing money isn't the problem. The problem is the spending. I am complaining because you're going overboard. You can't keep drinking like this every week. Ugh, it's like talking to a wall.
What's your problem? I work hard all day. I deserve to unwind. You used to understand this. When did you become such a nag? This isn't the woman I married.
We're barely making rent. This isn't about deserving anything. It's about responsibility, about our future. Do you even care about that anymore?
What's wrong with drinking with my own money? Don't act high and mighty when you don't earn anything. Who do you think lets you live this life? Remember your place. Getting tired of your attitude.
I'm grateful that you're earning money, but we're married. You must understand, you can't just spend freely. We need to think about tomorrow.
You used to be more fun. Marriage changed you. All you do is complain now. What happened to the cool girl I married? Where did she go?
I'm trying to be responsible. One of us has to be. Someone needs to think about our future, since you clearly won't.
Managing that is your job. Why do you think I let you manage my money? You were so good at work, but can't handle this? Oh, maybe you're only good at work. Is that it? Missing your glory days? Is that why you're so bitter?
You're drunk. You're being worse than usual. Or is this how you really feel? The mask is slipping, isn't it?
Don't analyze me. Stop analyzing everything. Just come get me and bring some cash. Need to settle the tab.
We don't have any extra cash. The account is almost empty. I've been telling you this for weeks now. Are you even listening?
Whatever. Why are you even mad? It's true you don't earn anything and have no other redeeming qualities. Mad because you can't argue back? Remember how much you used to earn? Look at you now. Just a housewife who can't even manage money.
That's not it. I'm saying this because it's becoming a problem. We're almost at our first anniversary and we haven't saved anything. What are we going to do? Have you thought about that?
I told you to manage it better. Not my fault you can't budget. Isn't managing that your job, like I said? Honestly, you're annoying. Stop complaining to me and figure it out yourself. Can't even handle that much? And you used to be such a star employee. What happened to those skills? All gone now?
That's what I thought you'd say. Fine, I'll handle it my way. Since you brought up my old job, maybe it's time we talked about that.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you threatening me? You're in no position to make threats. Don't forget who pays the bills. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
It's not a threat. I'm just stating facts. I've been thinking about this for a while, about everything.
Huh? What facts? You're not making sense. What are you planning?
I could just start working again. Then you can do whatever you want. More money coming in seems like a win-win to me. Unless you have a problem with that.
You're getting ideas above your station. Remember your place. No, we agreed you'd quit when we got married. That was our deal. Are you going back on your word?
Was it really an agreement? Or did you just decide that, like you decide everything else? Be honest for once.
Don't start this. Besides, you could barely handle the housework. What are you talking about? No way you could handle work and housework. You could barely manage one. Stop dreaming.
That was when we first got married. I'm used to the housework now. I can manage both. Unless there's some other reason you're against it. Something you're not saying?
Stop pushing this. Just drop it. I'm not having this conversation now. Know your place. Final warning.
My place? What exactly is my place? Please enlighten me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
You know what I mean. Are you coming to get me or not? Stop changing the subject. This conversation is over.
Will you at least promise to cut back on drinking? We really can't afford this. I'm serious about our finances. Something has to change.
It's not that. It's impossible. No one would hire you now. You've been out too long. Market's changed.
I was at the same company as you until recently. I don't think it's impossible. My skills haven't disappeared, unlike your common sense.
You're really pushing it tonight. Keep this up and you won't like what happens. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Is that a threat? Are you threatening me now? Want to put that in writing? Go ahead, be specific.
That's because you started as a new grad, as a mid-career hire. Rachel, it's tough at your age. You landed a younger guy like me. Be happy with that. Know when you're lucky.
My age? I'm barely older than you, and I had more experience. Is that what bothers you? The experience gap?
Experience that's worthless now. You've been out of the game too long. Times have changed. Technology's different. You wouldn't understand.
Don't decide it's impossible before I even look. Besides, if our finances weren't such a mess, I wouldn't be saying this. We have nothing but problems right now, all because of your spending, your ego, your insecurities.
God, you're annoying. I said it's impossible, so it's impossible. Can't you take a hint? Why are you being so difficult? Just listen to your husband for once.
Fine, then forget it. For now, we'll see who's right.
What's that supposed to mean? For now, what are you planning? Answer me.
Nothing. Forget it. Just come home, if you can still walk.
Good. Now hurry up and pick me up. You wasted enough time with all this talk, so hurry. I'm getting impatient. Don't make me wait any longer.
I'll be there in 20, but we're not done with this conversation. This isn't going away. Things need to change.
Whatever, just hurry. Rachel, wait. I need $500 when I get home tomorrow, non-negotiable.
$500? What for? Don't tell me it's another drinking party. Please tell me you're joking. We can barely afford groceries.
Yeah, that's right. Big client coming in. Need to show them a good time. Important for business. Can't look cheap in front of clients.
We literally just talked about this. The account is empty. Are you even listening? I just said we don't even have enough for groceries.
That's your problem to solve. Figure it out. That's what housewives do. Make it work somehow. You used to be so resourceful.
No way. We don't have that kind of cash on hand. Did you hear what I just said? We are broke because of you.
The bank's still open now. That's why I'm telling you this early. Go withdraw it now. Stop making excuses. Just get it done.
From what account? The savings is empty. The checking account barely has enough for bills. I have shown you the statements multiple times.
Then use the credit card. We'll figure it out later. Stop being difficult.
Absolutely not. I am not giving you money for this. The cards are maxed out anyway. You've seen to that.
Since when do you make the decisions? What do you think you're saying? It's my money anyway, or did you forget that? Getting brave behind that screen.
Our money. We're married, remember? Or does that only matter when it's convenient, when you want something?
Don't start with that. You don't have any right to complain. Who earns it? Who pays for everything? Answer that question.
I told you before, our financial situation is really bad. We are in debt, deep in debt, because of your spending.
Transfer the money now. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Last warning. Do it now.
And I am telling you no. We are already behind on bills. What part of that don't you understand? Should I spell it out for you?
That's none of my business. Did you already forget what I said earlier? Don't act high and mighty when you don't earn anything. Know your place. Last chance.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should be earning. Since you can't manage money, since you can't control yourself.
We've been over this. Drop it. Final warning. Don't push me.
No, let's talk about it. Since you keep bringing up money, I don't want to hear that from someone who brags about such a modest income. Aren't you embarrassed constantly trying to put me down? I became a stay-at-home wife because you asked me to. Have you forgotten that? Oh, did I hit a nerve?
Watch your mouth. You know who puts food on the table. A stay-at-home wife with no income sure has a lot to say. Don't you dare say anything rude to my face.
Let's be honest here. The only reason you made me quit was because I earned more than you. Remember your reaction to my promotion? The look on your face? The way you suddenly wanted me to quit?
What's that supposed to mean? You're crossing a line, a dangerous line. Better stop while you can.
Am I wrong? You said it yourself. That you couldn't handle having a wife who earned more than you. That's why you asked me to be a stay-at-home wife. Remember those exact words? Do I need to remind you?
You're misunderstanding. So annoying. That's not it at all. Stop twisting things. You always do this.
Remember the day you asked me to quit? Right after you saw my promotion announcement. Funny timing, wasn't it? Want me to show you the screenshots? I kept them all.
Shut up! That had nothing to do with it. You're making things up. Stop trying to rewrite history.
It's fine. You don't need to deny it so much. It was obvious even when we were dating that you had a complex about earning less than me. Happy now that you've protected your fragile little ego? Must feel good looking down on me. Until now, that is.
You've lost your mind! Keep talking like this. See what happens. I'm warning you. Last chance to stop.
What exactly will happen? More threats? Go ahead, I'm recording everything. Every single message, every single threat.
Seriously, shut up! Who do you think you are talking to me like that? You've changed! You were never this disrespectful before! What happened to you?
Who do you think you are? Getting on your high horse every time is so annoying, pathetic. At least be honest about your insecurities. Stop pretending.
You better watch yourself. You're gonna regret this when I get home. Remember what I said. Don't make me show you your place. I mean it this time.
What are you going to do? Go ahead, tell me. I'm listening. Put it in writing. Be specific. I want to see exactly what you mean.
Anyone who doesn't earn needs to get on their knees and bow their head to the floor. That's punishment for acting above your station. Look forward to it. I'll teach you respect. Just you wait.
Is that right? Interesting perspective. Then you better get ready to bow down yourself. I'm really looking forward to you coming home now. This should be fun. Really fun.
What? Me? How does that make any sense? What are you talking about? Stop speaking in riddles.
Think about it. Because you said anyone who doesn't earn has to bow down. And I do earn money. More than you, actually. Much more.
What are you talking about? What do you mean you earn money? You're not working. Stop lying. This isn't funny anymore.
That's what you think. I never said I wasn't working. I'm working remotely right now. I just kept quiet because I knew you'd make a fuss, like you're about to. Want to see proof?
You're lying. This is just to get out of trouble. You've got to be kidding. Someone your age couldn't possibly get hired now. Stop joking around. This isn't funny.
Want to see my pay stubs? They're right here. Very real, I assure you. It's the truth. Should I send pictures? High resolution so you can see every detail.
You're bluffing. You have to be. There's no way. You can't be serious.
By the way, the only reason we can still afford to live with all your wasteful spending is because of my income. Otherwise, we'd have run out of money for basic expenses long ago. Guess who's been covering your drinking habits? All those expensive nights out, all those business meetings?
Whatever. I bet you barely make anything. Probably some part-time job. If you've got complaints, try earning more than me first. Now shut up and get ready to bow down. Stop playing games.
Want to compare numbers? Since you're so interested in money lately.
You're lying. Prove it. Right now.
Yeah. Want to see my pay stubs? They're higher than yours. Don't be too shocked. I have them ready. Been waiting for this moment.
That's impossible! You only started working again a few months after we got married! There's no way you could earn more than me already! You're making this up! Stop lying!
Actually, I never really stopped. Well, I didn't exactly start fresh. I went back to my old company. I'm just working remotely for now, but I plan to go back to the office once things settle down. They were quite happy to have me back. Begged me to return, actually.
You're lying! Someone would have told me the office gossips about everything!
Of course you haven't. Like I said, I knew you'd make a fuss. I asked people in your department to keep quiet. You can ask them if you want. I'll let them know it's okay to tell you now. Should I message them? A group chat, maybe?
So you seriously earn more than me? Like for real? This isn't a joke? You can't be serious. This is impossible!
Should I spell it out? Yes, I earn more than you. Much more. Remember, I was their star employee. Everyone was thrilled when I said I'd come back. Want the exact numbers? I can show you the decimals, too.
Sorry for going quiet, but can I keep talking? What was I saying in the text earlier about bowing down?
Scrolling up, are we? Rereading your own words? Must be sobering. Found that part about bowing down yet? Want me to quote you directly?
Listen, Rachel, I was just stressed from work. You know how it gets. I didn't mean any of that. You know me better than that, right?
That's not going to work. You can see your own messages right there in the chat history. Should I screenshot them for you? Make a nice collection? Frame them, maybe.
About that! I didn't mean those things. You know that, right? I was drunk. Still am a little. People say things when they're drunk.
Which things exactly? The bowing down part, or the part about my age, or maybe the threats? Let's be specific. I want to hear you explain each one.
Well, I was just getting a bit carried away. You're amazing, Rachel. Glad your work skills haven't gotten rusty. I always knew you were talented, always believed in you. Remember how I used to brag about you?
Interesting how your tone changed. Almost like magic. Is it because I earn more, or because I have proof of your threats? Which is it? Be honest for once.
No, that's not it. I'm just proud of you. Really proud. Always have been. You're my amazing wife. The best wife anyone could ask for.
Save it. Your previous messages were quite clear, and I saved them all. Every single threatening message, every insult, every time you told me to know my place. I'll be waiting at home with divorce papers. After this, when Tyler came home, he got on his knees and begged not to get divorced. Satisfied with seeing him grovel, I immediately handed him the divorce papers and kicked him out of the house. Considering how he had been looking down on me just to feel superior, and how he'd been doing whatever he wanted because he thought he was above me, this was inevitable. After a while, I handed him the divorce papers. Tyler came to the house to apologize, but I couldn't see his personality changing at this point, and I had no obligation to wait around until it did. So I asked his parents to help submit the divorce papers. During the divorce, I also demanded compensation for emotional distress based on Tyler's past behavior and comments. Some people criticize me for such a short marriage, but I think continuing that marriage would have been far more terrifying, so I have no regrets about getting divorced.